My name is Irene Zoppi. I am a veteran from the Gulf War. In my civilian sector, I teach. I'm a professor, and I love mentoring, and I love working with my students. I have adult learners, and that is awesome. I can see their life and what they go through and pay it forward. Help them to achieve themselves like somebody helped me to become who I am today. When I went to active duty, the first assignment was to go to English school. They felt that officers from another ethnicity or another background, another culture, another language needed the language skills and also how to work in a culture that is American, very different from your own heritage. From that training in English school, I passed, flying colors and everything else, and went to military intelligence school in Arizona. And after that, I went to the Gulf War. This was the first war after the Cold War. Cold War had just finished in Berlin Wall, had just calmed down. Now this is the first war in years.
In the news, the Iraqi invaders are meeting stiff resistance but appear to be in control of Kuwait this morning. The U.S. considers military options and pushes for economic sanctions.
Now U.S. have to encounter a big hurdle within the war is to work to the diplomatic sanctions or really go to combat. I was a special security officer and I work with telecommunications centers. And my job really as a special security officer is getting classified information through the net, understanding the classified information, label it, and then disseminate it as fast as I can. As a general staffer, you're able to work straight with the general and see all kinds of great leaders coming in and out and how the general make decisions. And that for me, as in a formative year as an officer, really impacted me to see how the general operates. We were in a war zone, and you can hear bombs constantly. As a matter of fact, the first days when the war came through, we were already in Saudi Arabia, and there was SCOT alerts, and I can hear the SCOT missile alert that can be devastating. I think that every time we jump and went to a location, and remember, war is not static. You cannot stay in one area. You can continue to move, especially in convoys. So we will go where the general will go. And so every time the general moved to another location, we went with the general. And that for him to know what is the combat, he needs to be listening to everything. So we were right there in combat with him. We were stationed right there where the oil fields were burning, and every night the sky was always dark. The Valley of Death, which is all the vehicles where they were burned and everything else, and the exit when Iraqi were trying to leave, and some of them, they were stealing all kinds of stuff and leaving Kuwait. And, you actually smell all that. And the oil fields, you can see all the oil fields burning, and there was nothing you can do, all that oil being burned. I was there during the liberation, yes. It was awesome. I remember a little kid came, and it was a girl, and she looked at my uniform, and I told her that I was an American soldier, but I was from Puerto Rico. She was more confused. I said, "You mean that you're from Puerto Rico, and you are an American soldier, and you came here to save us?" Then she said, "You are awesome." And I said, "Yes, I'm from Puerto Rico." And she was so excited. I think I left the active duty in 1995, but I can continue being in the military through the reserves. So it was a decision made for family. In the reserve, I'm a colonel, I'm a chief of staff, and I'm able to then jump as a civilian and do my job and then go back into my uniform and go for duty. It's an honor to serve and to give back. I've been 26 years in the military and still married the same guy. So it can be done, and you can have children and you can work. It's just the same thing. It's just priorities. You gotta shift them, and you gotta work as a team. As a professor and a teacher and a mentor and a coach, military have helped me a lot to have the discipline, to understand about prioritization of things, understanding people. I understand why people do certain things and don't judge them. Appreciate them for what they can give, and then help them if they want to get the proper training or support so they can achieve themselves to the higher level.